Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Akiba Rubinstein and Siegbert Tarrasch. This game was played in Berlin in 1918. This game is more famous for its ending than its opening and middle game. So we'll quickly breeze through opening and middle game to reach that famous endgame. Rubinstein had white pieces and he started with d4. Siegbert Tarrasch played knight to f6, knight to f3, c5, going for the Benoni Defense, d5, d6, and now not c4, but knight to c3, e5, d takes on e6 en passant, bishop takes on e6, e4, bishop to e7, bishop to g5, knight from b to d7, bishop to e2, and both players castled Kingside. Knight to b6, queen to d2, black to move, and Tarrasch played d5. Excellent timing to get rid of his backward pawn. E takes on d5, knight from b takes on d5, knight takes on d5, queen takes on d5, queen takes queen, knight takes on d5, bishop takes bishop on e7, knight takes bishop. Tarrasch played his opening very well, and it is about equal. The game continued. Rook from f to e1, h6, white to move. Perhaps rook from a to d1 was expected, but then black would also play rook from a to d8. Bishop to c4 was played. Bishop takes on c4, rook takes on e7, invasion on the 7th rank. Bishop to d5. Rook to d1, rook from f to d8, let's take it back. If bishop to c6, then knight to e5. And if bishop takes on f3, then g takes on f3. Black has a better pawn structure, but there is more to it. After b6, rook from d to d7, and this is the position that Tarrasch didn't like to have. Back to our game. So, in this position, Tarrasch played rook from f to d8, a3, king to f8, rook to c7, bishop to c6. Tarrasch had a plan to exchange the heavy pieces and have his bishop battle the white knight. If there are pawns on both sides of the board, bishops are stronger than knights. So he didn't want to take the knight like this. After rook takes, rook check, rook takes rook, g takes on f3, b6, rook takes on a7, rook to d2, rook to b7, rook takes on c2, rook takes on b6. White is standing better. Back to our game. Bishop to c6, rook to e1, rook from a to c8, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, knight to e5, rook to e8, pinning the knight, rook to e3, rook to d8, king to f1, bishop to e8. Let's take it back. If rook to d2, then knight takes on c6, and after b takes on c6, rook to c3. White is better. Back to our game. Bishop to e8, king to e1, rook to d4, g3, bishop to a4, b3, bishop to e8, f3, rook to d6, knight to d3, b6, king to d2, bishop to b5, king to c3, bishop to d7, a4, g5, f4, f6, rook to e1, rook to e6, rook takes rook, bishop takes rook. Tarrasch got what he wanted. Bishop against knight. And like I said, bishops are stronger than knights if there are pawns on both sides of the board. That's how normally it is. But in this game, player with the knight is Akiba Rubinstein. The game continued. Knight to b2, king to e7, knight to d1, g takes on f4, g takes on f4, king to f7, knight to e3, king to g6, king to d3. This is the critical position. Black to move. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Tarrasch played a very natural move, king to h5, going after the pawn, and this looks like a winning move. Let's take it back. After the game, chess experts have found that f5 would be the best move. But naturally, Tarrasch didn't want to restrict the freedom of movement to his own bishop. But the positive side of this pawn push is that the pawn is controlling e4 square. How relevant is that? So we have king to h5 with a simple plan to capture the white pawn on h2 and to push his own h-pawn to h1 square. It is white to move. How would you defend the pawn on h2? What would be your plan in this position if you had white pieces? Akiba Rubinstein decided to give up the pawn on h2 and go after black pawns on the queen side. Is that a good plan? Let's see. King to e4. Bishop to c8. Let's take it back. If king goes to h4, then knight to f5 check. And what now? If king to h3, knight takes on h6. Back to our game. Bishop to c8, removing the potential target. King to d5, king to h4. Let's take it back. How about bishop to g4? Then king to d6, and after bishop to f3, c4, bishop to e4, a5, f5, a6, king to h4, king to c7, king to h3, king to b8, king takes on h2, king takes on a7, h5, knight to d5, h4, king takes on b6, h3, a7, king to g2, white pawns promotes first, and white wins. Back to our game. So, Tarrasch didn't want to waste time by moving the bishop. He played king to h4, king to d6, king to h3. Is black going to be faster? What do you think? King to c7, attacking the bishop, gaining time to reach the pawn on a7. Bishop to e6, f5. Bishop to f7, king to b7, h5. King takes pawn on a7. King takes pawn on h2. King takes pawn on b6, creating a passed pawn. King to g3, a5. King to f3. White played a move and black resigned, and the move is a6. Tarrasch resigned. Let's play a few more moves. After king takes knight on e3, how would you continue? Passed pawns must be pushed. True or false? Would you push the pawn or play something else? Rubinstein would play king takes pawn on c5. Why? Let's take it back. If a7, then bishop to d5, and black wins, believe it or not. But after king takes on c5, the white king is controlling d5 square. If king to e4, then c4. After h4, a7, h3, pawn is pushed and promoted to queen. Check. White wins. And let's go back to this very interesting position. This is the position when Rubinstein decided to give up the pawn on h2 and go after black pawns on the queen side. Are you confident that you can also win from this position with white pieces? I made this little exercise for you. Please click on the link below the video and enjoy your endgame battle. This is the position, and I wish you good luck in beating the Terminator. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.